first, answer to their permutation, answer to perm do both. This is not an argument, don't let the 1AR re-explain this again. The permutation does the plan unconditionally and make a condition offer engagement. Obviously, a QL would choose not to do the condition, and 2 links to our net benefit offering unconditional strategy destroy environmental leadership. And sequence matter environmental protection first, lifting embargo second. Column 2 on 9. The U.S. should establish more partnership with Cuba. These partnerships could be implemented in the first step, creating elaborate alliance and environmental protection between the two countries. Embargoes. This is the most American capitalism are likely to invade it. Mickey Mouse is sure to arrive, bring him to the abstract, the full assault of American culture and consumer goods. If Obama lifts the embargo, a functional system and environment protection supported by both U.S. and Cuban public must be presented for this item to be protected. I'm sorry, my condition content goes first, yeah, that's all. And also, still on my condition content. Condition content is not impossible to prep. The app knows the issue on their app, and they can always say no. Perm is not any option. App can challenge competitiveness. This is not a cheap shot. It's harder for us to prep this than that, and unfair for negative because it will totally kill our strategy and ruin the debate. Condition content help the app. They can always add the condition in their plan, post, round, and debate better because of it, and no impact. Even if it's unfair, there is no reason that it will be unbalanced debate. So content is basically doing the affirmative in a better way, and we're gonna do affirmative in the better way by solving the conditions first. And they don't solve condition. They don't solve environment because the only evidence they have is democratic countries will answer to their own citizens. But that doesn't mean that it will solve the environment. Like that doesn't mean like they will have plans to solve it. But our content provides a way to solve it, so you should vote for us. And also on condition content, they don't have any specific arguments on why we should do environment first. They just have theory arguments saying that condition content is unfair for the app. So this shows that our arguments still stands, and I'll go on to the case first. In the 1AC card, democratic prevents extinction is clearly wrong. For example, in the card said democratic countries do not build weapons of mass destruction, but that's clearly not true because the United States have a ton of nuclear weapons, and we shouldn't use this card because it is from the 1995s, and a lot of things can change between like 20 years. And they claim that they can solve global warming because the government will answer to their own citizens, but that is wrong because the government might answer to their citizens sometimes. So they don't know how to solve global warming, so I don't think it's fair for them to take something that is like that is really vague. A sentence will make their arguments for like because their card is not even about protecting the environment. Their card is saying that the democracy prevents extinction, so it's clearly a vague argument, and they have a lot of impact that doesn't really link. For example, they say like they will solve war in the Middle East by spreading U.S. influence, but I don't see how that will make Pakistan and India stop their war against each other. I don't think this actually makes sense. And also like, and in her case, she said that Latin American democracy leads to global democracy, but this is not true because in her card she said that people is experiencing democracy. In the card it says that people is experiencing democracy, but it doesn't say a word that if Latin America has democracy, then the whole world will have democracy. And also like lifting the embargo won't promote democracy in Cuba. They already exposed democracy, exposing them more won't have any effect on April 13, 2015. And the Thai native exposure argument, if only the American can freely travel to Cuba, the Cuban will see how wonderful we are and overthrow their overlords, and democracy will flourish. Why is the constant tourism from Canada and Western democratic nations have failed this effect? Moreover, Cubans already have massive amount of exposure to Cuban American travel frequently to visit immediate family members. They're well aware of how great America is and precisely how brave Cubans risky executions if upon escape, even swimming in shark infested waters to reach shores. This shows that lifting the embargo with Cuba will not promote democracy in Cuba because their political system is already corrupted. And also, lifting the embargo won't have any benefit of Cuban economy. They have much more to do with capital policy than anything else. That goes April 13, 2013. Another argument, look, how capitalism is crushing communism in China. I will have the same effect in Cuba. It will have the same effect in Cuba. Even if the most overview of Chinese policy denotes the strong constant with Cuba, unlike Cuban region, the Chinese government tolerates, even encourages the booming interpro domestic markets. This by China has been able to draw while Cuba has not. And American embargo has nothing to do with Cuba's economy failures. And they said they will lift engagement with Cuba, but engagement fails. Cuba will provoke the U.S. detailed progress. Convo 209. Forced negotiation with actual representatives have been called off with 1,500 Cuban troops landed in Angola. Carter's effort to let the opening interest in sanctions in Havana and Washington but hopes the normalization would quash the Castro region deployed troops to unleash the Gogolin. So this shows that embargo will fail, so there's no point of lifting embargo. And onto the consult plan. Consult plan will solve relations, but there won't. Brazil wants consultation, sees this as crucial for relations. Decreasing in U.S.-Brazil talks even more. Brazil became particularly concerned with two TPA clauses. One, review consultation by the U.S. government. Currently, mechanism adopted by others is considered to direct U.S. competitive, and another that listed 293 products to be excluded from negotiation, including the extensive list of agricultural goods. Political leaders in Brazil from left to right and Castro himself commit the content of authorization. It shows that Cuba wants to work with us, not them. And also, Brazil is fulcrum of any success in U.S. policy initiatives in Latin America. Consultation with Brazil on trade issues is key to solving environmental destructions and to future economic in this hemisphere. Can't ignore what they have to say. And because in this part it says that an American embargo has nothing to do with Cuban economic failure. So this shows that even if you lift the embargo, it won't help because basically Cuba is corrupt by itself. It's not Americans' embargo that destroyed their economy. So even if you lift the embargo, the economy will still be destroyed. Since I don't see a reason why Cuba needs to trade with America, because trading still doesn't help Cuban economy. Since Cuba already trade with China and Russia, those big countries, but their economy haven't improved. So even by lifting embargo, if they trade with America, nothing's still gonna change because by trading with China and Russia, it already proves that trading with other countries will improve their economy. Won't.
Wait, back on to the. Then what will increase
by doing a kind of plan. Well, actually, we don't have a clear way of improving the economy, but we will protect the environment, which I believe is important. Engagement failed because Cuba itself is a dictatorship. So even if you lift the embargo with Cuba by trading with them, you won't turn them into a democratic country. Like you said, you guys are promoting the light democracy. This shows that by promoting light democracy, you won't promote democracy with the Cubans.
The order is -1 and affirmative 1 and -2 affirmative. I mean, affirmative.